Tribute honoring the FDNY members who have since died from 9/11 related illnesses. In Lower Manhattan, Natalie Duddridge, CBS News, New York.
Natalie, thank you. Nearly 3,000 people were killed, including two of our own at CBS. Isaias Rivera and Robert Patterson. Isaias was a CBS2 engineer who worked at our transmitter inside the towers. He lived in Perth Amboy, New Jersey with his wife and 4 children. He worked for CBS for 30 years.
Robert was also a broadcast engineer who worked there. He was originally from Massachusetts. Before working at CBS2, he was a member of the U.S. Air Force and attended the Air Force Broadcast School. Both men were on the 110th floor of One World Trade at the time of the attacks. We at CBS2 honor our colleagues today and send our heartfelt condolences to the Rivera and Patterson families.
To commemorate 9/11, President Trump will attend tonight's Yankees game. Here's a live look at the stadium.
What is going on, my TWAP gods, my playback players? We got ourselves a big day. Obviously, want to start by saying we do remember 9/11, 2001, September 11, 2001, remembering all of our first responders, those we lost, starting with that at the top of the episode. Only felt right. Want to spread some love to all of y'all on this Thursday afternoon, depending on where you all around the world. Yeah, feel like we could use a little bit of love today. Things have been a bit on the heavy side lately, so hopefully this playback 2.0 episode of TWAP brings a little sunshine into your day, folks. So let's go ahead and get the slideshow fired up. Get into my screen share bag here. Okay, chat. Thank you. Thank you for your patience as we got this rolled out, and excited to show you all and have you poke around for how this works. Layouts are live, chat. So for those of you producing your own streams here on Playback, we have a ton more tools at your fingertips, like so much more customizability that you guys will see here. And also from a viewership standpoint, I saw someone mention this earlier in chat that their mobile app looks different. I saw Ari hop in and say, wait a second, I can resize BTow. We'll go over that later in this episode as well. So some mobile updates for your viewers, as well as a desktop update for your viewers. And I want you guys to go ahead and test this out yourselves now. So you guys will default to our grid mode. So you should basically see the stream at the top. So that's my screen share of the slideshow. And at the bottom, you should see me. You should see my video. So this is the grid view. This is a way to, like, if your audience wants to see the exact setup you have for the stream sort of like layout, then they can use this grid view to see that. If they want to go back to the traditional room view from computer, guys, I want you to hover over my screen share here, and you should see it surrounded in this like green bracket. Go ahead and click on my screen share, and I should revert back to the previous room view here on Playback, where I'm sort of overlaid on top of the screen as a floating element that you can drag around. If you want to go back to the grid view, you can hover over the screen share again. This time, instead of seeing those rounded green edges, you'll see these nice like rectangular kind of green edges. Go ahead and click again, and it will take you back to the grid view. So lots of stuff going on here. For those of you that are on desktop, wanted to let you know you can switch between the grid and the sort of standard Playback floating stage view, the room view. And for those of you on mobile, I will go ahead and show you what your experience has changed to. So let me get a mobile screen share here. If I can ever figure out how to unlock my iPhone mirroring. There we go. Almost there, chat. Why will you not let me share my phone screen? And this is not on playback for the record. This is on my iPhone mirroring on my computer. I don't know why it won't work. Lock your phone to connect. There we go. I think I got this, chat. Can you see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen. You see me, but you don't see my screen? Okay, let me try this one more time. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I tap into the room first. And if I can't get this to work, then I'll just talk you all through the change. Okay, there we go. Let me add the screen share. Can you see my iPhone screen, chat? Big Rig, this is absolutely why I'm not on the dev team. Let's go! I got it though this time. Okay, so chat. This is what your mobile view of the room should look like right now. So if you see, there's three elements that are stacked on top of each other. The stream is at the top. Then in the middle, we've got the stage, which is me right now. And at the bottom, we have chat. Go ahead and tap on either the stream or the stage elements, and you'll actually see you can resize them. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock my phone really quickly. I think this graphic will disappear for a bit, but I'm going to resize the stage and the stream so you can sort of see what it looks like if chat's a bit smaller. Now, when I lock my phone, we should be able to reconnect here. And you can see I went ahead and clicked and dragged, right, to pull the stream down to make it larger. I pulled the stage down to make it larger. And you can now see chat is a smaller element at the bottom. So, chat, go ahead, customize your own mobile view right now. Decide how big you want me to be on stage, decide how big you want the stream to be. And just know that your audience members, your viewers, have total control over what this looks like on their own app view. So, wanted to call that out first. Apologies for that quick BTow multiverse moment. Now I can actually go back to our slideshow for this week. So now that we've got all that good stuff, all that housekeeping out of order, everyone understands the new viewer optionality, both on desktop and on mobile, to customize what your views look like. We can get into everything and how it looks from the creator side. But first, as always, we'll go through our normal segments of This Week on Playback, starting with the clip of the week. The clip of the week this week, and you will be getting a playback hat, goes to Pelota and Orbita. It is titled Leo Rivas Ended the Game. It's from last night's Cardinals Mariners game. And I got to say, I've been tuning into these guys. This is an all Spanish broadcast. So, those of you that don't speak Spanish, apologies, but you should literally use this room. If you like baseball and you ever wanted to learn another language, this room is going to be better than Duolingo. Like, these guys are epic. I've been watching them, quite a bit ever since they hopped on the platform. So excited to make them and feature them, I should say, in clip of the week. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Cuando Josh Naylor corre por segunda. Conecta batazo panorámico al jardín derecho. La pelota viajando. La pelota. Sale de órbita. Esa pelota está en la luna. Leo Rivas firma la esférica y acaba el partido 4-2. Victoria para los marineros.
Clase de juego de pelota el que vivimos. 13ª entrada, mi estimado Ricardo. Fueron 10 entradas y 3 más fueron necesarias para que se pudiera concretar esta historia. Y como ya lo saben, se finí, la historia es finita. Ganó Seattle, ganó el béisbol y nos comimos una galleta.
Así que Leo Rivas acabó el juego con dramatismo incluido.
So that is the clip of the week. I told you those guys are absolute fire. Go check them out. Greer, thank you for dropping the room link here in chat. Again, if you are looking to learn how to speak a little bit of Espanol, go ahead and hop in Baseball con Pelota. Again, Greer has added the link here in chat, and shouts out to them for winning the clip of the week. And a reminder to all of you, once again, if you want to win clip of the week, make sure you're tagging us in your clips on socials at Watch Playback. You too can be featured in this segment and win yourself a Playback hat as the clip of the week winner. So shouts out again to Baseball con Pelota. The tip of the week. Get familiar with keyboard shortcuts. We've added keyboard shortcuts to a lot of the tools on Playback, so start using them to make producing your streams even easier. And as a matter of fact, it looks like we just had an update pushed across. So if everyone wants to go ahead and maybe hit the app with a quick update, as a matter of fact, I will hop in to my layouts while you guys are doing that. If you want to go ahead and update to the newest version, I should say I will hop into my studio and I'm going to start the rundown segments, which I neglected to do because they're brand spanking new, chat. So let's see. We already went through the welcome vibes. The clip of the week we've already covered. And we are now on the tip of the week. Okay, so I've got my rundown caught up. That's good news. There we go. Okay. So, the tip of the week. Again, get familiar with your keyboard shortcuts. We've added shortcuts to a lot of the tooling here that we've added on Playback, and it's just going to make it a lot easier for you to get in and out of menus, for you to produce your stream while you're live. So, for example, for me to access Studio, I'm always using keyboard shortcut K. That's how I'm accessing my Studio panel. To access my new Layouts panel, which we'll go over here in a second, I'm using shortcut L, right? To access my microphone, I'm using shortcut, I believe it's V. To access my camera, I'm using shortcut C, right? So I myself am learning these shortcuts, and the more comfortable you get with them, the easier it is to go ahead and again, produce your stream while you're live. Ari did come in here, and I will spotlight this message. If you force quit and relaunch your app, it will reapply the update. There are some known bugs on Android, with the new release. So if you are on an Android device, do us a favor, go ahead and force quit your app, and then go ahead and reopen the app, and it should apply that new update for you. Appreciate you hopping here in chat, Ari, and updating us with that. So again, the tip of the week, get familiar with those keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to hit keyboard shortcut K, as a matter of fact, right now to switch to my next segment, which should be the word of the week. And the word of the week this week is support. So this is, again, one of the larger updates we've released in quite some time. Not everything's going to go perfectly smoothly, wouldn't be expected, but we are here to help, and we need your support in finding any bugs that might be out there so we can smash them ASAP. So please do remember /help in your rooms, or if you open up your chat apps drawer, you can access support chat. Also, support@playback.tv. I will leave this in chat as well. Is our support email address. Any issues, bugs, comments, concerns, questions that you have around this new Playback 2.0 release, please let us know. It's going to be absolutely crucial for us to, again, squash any bugs, patch any errors that might exist, and also fast follow with any features that we might need to fast follow with to make your guys' productions as polished, as clean as possible, and help you continue to grow and create the content you want on Playback. So support is the word of the week. Again, /help in chat. Open up that chat app store to access support, or email us at support@playback.tv. Not everything will be perfect with the release. So again, we appreciate your help in helping us find where some errors might exist or some bugs might exist. All right, I already have a notification tied to this next segment. And you all probably already know what it is because you can see the next rundown element. It's trivia time. It's trivia time. Today we are going back to the sweatshirt, the Wordmark logo sweatshirt as our giveaway. This is what we're doing here. And puts of Adam and Puts, I will absolutely link our merch store here in chat. Let's see. I believe it's playback.printful.me. That sure is it. I'll link that in chat for you here. And chat, go ahead and get your Twitter fingers ready. Because here comes the question. What is the new Playback tagline as seen on our new Twitter banner and Playback 2.0 post from this morning? And you can even head over to our Twitter page if you want to go ahead and find the answer to this question even quicker. There it is. Ja4PF is our winner. The new Playback tagline is "Make your live stream a party." We will be continuing to lean into all of the interactive features we have here to make your live streams as lively as possible, right? We don't want any more of this webinar style broadcasting at people. We want people to be able to interact and create that party atmosphere here on Playback, be collaborative, be interactive, and have fun. That's what it's all about over here at Playback. So shouts out Ja4PF. You are our trivia winner. You will be getting yourself a Playback sweatshirt. I will go ahead and link my email address here in chat. And if you can just send me an email, I'll go ahead and collect your shipping info. I'll get your size and the color you want for the sweatshirt. And again, congratulations for winning trivia, Ja. All righty. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, shall we, chat? It's time to talk about layouts. So I'm going to do a little bit of a live demo. I'm going to try to do a bit of a live demo after this. We're going to see, I'm going to need a little bit of help from you, chat. Going to need some folks to join the stage if we're going to do this as far as a live demo is concerned. But first, before we jump into a live demo, going to go ahead and appreciate you, Greer. Thank you. Greer already offering herself up as tribute. Gonna run a little video asset here from our guy B-Souls to really explain the overarching changes here coming with layouts. So let me go ahead and get that loaded up here. All right, B-Souls, take it away.
Listen, our creators have been asking for more stream customization for a very long time, and with today's layout updates, we delivered on just that. So now in your room, assuming you're a creator, if you go to the bottom left-hand corner, you will now see the layout editor. And the things you can do on this left-hand sidebar is insane. For one, you can now toggle between 3 focus modes, that being stage and media, stage only, or even media only mode. This mode allows you to focus on just the game or your screen share while everyone is still being heard. But let's go back to stage only mode, because in stage only mode, you can do a lot of things now. For one, you have 2 modes, that being equal mode and active speaker mode. Active speaker mode makes it so that whoever's currently talking, that's the person that's going to be spotlit in full screen for the stream. In equal mode is pretty much what y'all are already used to. This is when everyone is on stage and everyone is seen equally. But now with layouts, creators now have more customization on exactly what their stream is going to see. For one, you can now control the maximum amount of stage members that's visible on stream. So let's say you have 6 stage members, but you only really want 4 seen. You can now change it to that. You can now also rearrange the order of stage members by clicking and dragging on their camera and arranging the order on the left-hand panel. You can quickly spotlight people by just clicking on their camera in the layout panel. And now you can spotlight multiple people at once. All you got to do is hold down shift, click on the stage members that you want to spotlight. You can choose up to 4, and once you release the shift button, all of those stage members are now spotlit. Oh, and then I mentioned that everything that I just said, from opening the layout panel to doing all of the actions mentioned in this video, are now keyboard shortcuts. So you can do all of this very, very quickly. What if I told you we got more coming?
I would believe you, B-Souls. I would believe you. And some of you are probably like, wait a second, why can I hear BTow, but I can't see him? I told you all in chat, I switched it over to media only mode. So now if I go actually back to stage and media, hey y'all, I'm back. So if you've ever wanted to have someone off stream, but sort of in like audio only mode, like kind of like behind the scenes, like they're doing like a call in type of vibe, switch your stream to media only. You can stay behind the scenes here and just go audio only. I just went ahead and did it again for you, Lakers Avs. So absolutely, you can go media only. You can go stage and media like we are now. You can go stage only. We do have keyboard shortcuts for all of this stuff as well. And great example as far as like moving into transitions are concerned. Previously on This Week on Playback, as I switch media, right, I have to remove the screen share and then re-add the screen share, and it looks clunky switching between states. Now I can go directly from my media only screen share, keyboard shortcut E. I can go back to stage only. And while I'm in this stage only view chat, I can go back into my media. I can go get the screen share I want, which is swapping back over. Bingo. To our slideshow. And then if I do go back to share the media as well, let me just get back into my layouts. We are now back over to the slideshow without me necessarily having to do all of that clunky in between. So yeah, this tool is absolutely epic. Appreciate Greer and Ari for hopping up here with me. I'm just going to run through a couple of things that you can do. So one thing that B-Soul's video did not cover is if you hold the shift key, you can actually make changes in bulk. So if you want to make a bunch of changes and then have them propagate at the same time, so you're not changing a bunch of things for your viewers intermittently, but it just makes one catch-all change at the same time, you can use the shift key to do that. And the beauty of this as well is any creator can actually edit the layout. So once you hit the shift key, you take over control of the layout edits, and all of your other creators can actually see that you are currently editing the layouts. So right now, as I speak, I'm going to ask Ari to go ahead and hold down shift since he's up here on stage with me. I believe I've given you the creator role, Ari, but let me double check really quickly. You are a creator. And Ari should now be able, I see now Ari is editing on my screen. He's held shift and Ari can now make changes. So now he's shifted the order of the stage members. You can see Greer has taken priority over myself. Let's maybe do some spotlighting. Love this. Perfect, Ari. So now I'm spotlit with Greer and Ari below me. So now put me last, Ari. Yeah, like, come on, chat. Tell Ari what to do. I love this. Chat, what do you want to see? Do you want someone to disappear? Ari, how about let's two spotlights. Ari, let's spotlight me and you, and let's remove Greer from the stage, but let her be audio only in the background.
You guys can still hear me though, right?
Sure can hear you, Greer. Absolutely can. Now let's go ahead and add Greer back to the stream, Ari. Her visual. There she is. Let's go equal if we can, Ari, rather than having us two spotlit. Let's make us all three equal.
Ooh.
Clean. So clean. How about we add the media back? You beat me to it, man. You beat me to it. So yeah, any and all of this stuff is right at your fingertips. And again, the collaborative nature, making your live stream a party of any of your creators to be able to do this. So if you're not available, you need to go touch grass, spend some time with family and friends. Anyone with a creator role can do this. So encourage all of your creators to start getting comfortable with the layouts, functionality, and tooling. Again, the tip of the week is getting comfortable with the shortcut keys. It's going to make it much easier for you to produce your live stream on the fly if you get comfortable with these shortcuts. Leon Gamer says, what's grass? Yeah, I definitely feel that at this point now. So yeah, really do advise you as a creator in your room and anyone else you've given the creator role to, share this update with them first and foremost if they haven't seen it yet, and have them hop into the product, start messing around with layouts. You can do all of this stuff in preview mode, so you do not have to take your room live to start messing around with the layouts, functionality, and tooling. Recommend you guys all do that as soon as you possibly can. Let's see, were there any other product states here that we missed, Ari and Greer? I think we did a media only, we hit stage only.
Active speaker.
Active speaker, of course. Good call. So, you know what, Ari, if you can do me a favor and do this for me. As you guys have seen previously, the last stage slot you can reserve for just the active speaker. So let's say we just wanted 2 stage participants to show up. And let's say we always wanted me to show up, but we want that second slot to alternate between Ari and Greer, depending on who's actively speaking. We can absolutely set that up. So let's go ahead and get that set up now. First and foremost, we want to make sure our stage members are 2. So let me hold down Shift to make multiple changes. I will change our stage members to 2. I will make sure that I am priority number 1 so that I always show up. That should get rid of Ari. And now I've also selected to auto rotate Greer's spot on stage. So if Ari comes off mute and starts to speak, we should see Ari take over Greer's spot.
RIP is crazy.
Hello, hello.
And there he is. And now Greer's speaking, and now Greer's taking over that last spot.
Nah, I want it
So
back.
yeah,
All right,
I mean,
fine now.
and then if I do want to go ahead and show everyone, I can take that stage number from only showing 2 stage participants to 3 stage participants. And there's our guy Ari again.
Yeah, you could also just spotlight me at any time, even if I'm not one of the ones that's included in the visible count, and it would override that kind of limit and put me on stream, basically.
Love it. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go back to 2 stage participants. But now if I spotlight Ari, like he mentioned, it's automatically going to override and it's going to show Ari. So like if Ari is having some crazy reaction to what's going on at any moment in time, or any stage participant is, you can always just click to spotlight that participant and it will override your current layout. I see Greer 213 is editing. Excited to see what the new layout looks like here.
No, I wasn't editing. I was just taking screenshots of the chat messages we're getting for the
Love
dev team.
it.
Oh,
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Hit shift again. I think when you take a screenshot, it can get a little bit stuck. I need to fix that. There you go.
Yep, there we go. Now we're back. Now we are back. So let me go ahead and actually move
You can do
this
all
forward.
this, everything that Brandon just described, you can do from your phone as well, with the exception of hotkeys, which obviously on a phone is like not really the same. Pretty much everything else you can batch. There's a button to apply changes together. Instead of the shift key, you just hit a button and then hit save. You can drag to reorder the stage. You can change the number of people visible. So we're really trying to prioritize the mobile streaming experience, because I think a lot of creators just want to be on their phone.
Love it. Love it. Hey, this is all about ease of use, making it helping. We want you guys to be able to create content wherever you are, whenever you want to do it. And we want it to be easy to do and look really good. So love seeing in chat that you guys are loving the updates so far. Ari, Greer, anything else we want to let these good people know before I let you guys hop off and we get our guy Mike up here on stage?
There's a lot to cover, but I think we got most of it.
Maybe we can go see if we have any questions in chat really quickly that are layout specific before I let you guys go. Let's see. Oh, by the way, product team, dev team, in case you ever need a martyr, Lakers Ave would take a bullet for you guys, just so you know. Just so you know, would take a bullet for y'all.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Let's see. Any other questions? Leon Gamer says, how is this app so good already? I say it pretty much every episode, I think now, but dev team cooks. Product team cooks.
And also you guys, like a lot of this comes directly from creators telling us what they want, where the gaps are in other products, right? And we want to make this your home, whether you're doing it live, recording it, like this should be the place that if you are into sports and fandom in general, right? And want to do it together, like Playback is going to ultimately be the best place to create your content.
We do have one question for you, Ari. When will screen share come to mobile is the question from Drew.
Yeah, we actually were trying to see if we could sneak it in to this change, but we didn't quite at the time. So yeah, we'll get it out soon. The only thing is that will require updating through the App Store. We try to release our updates over the air as much as possible, which means you just get that little prompt in the app and you just hit the little banner and it restarts the app with the update. But that will require an App Store change. So yeah, just keep an eye out. It might prompt you to go to the App Store and update, but we'll try to get that in over the next, maybe let's call it 2 to 3 weeks. I think it shouldn't be too hard.
Love it. Everything on mobile. The tip
Yeah,
of your fingers, chat.
exactly.
Oh, yes, and Game Griot, absolutely. We will get a document, a support doc in the support.playback.tv support documentation on layouts as well, so that everyone can get comfortable with using them. And also, that's a good call out for those that maybe didn't know this exists. Hopefully, you all do. Support.playback.tv is an amazing resource. So it is our help center. It is going to give you basically all of the details on playback and the feature set that you need. So definitely bookmark that if you haven't already. Support.playback.tv. Great shout out, Game Griot. I see we have our designer, Leon, in the layouts tool right now making some edits. So it looks like we might need to get our stage and media view back. I am going to let you go. Thank you, Ari and Greer, for joining me on stage. I am going to ask our guy, Mike. Come on, join me on stage, Mike. It's time to pass the mic. Might help if I sent you a stage request, wouldn't it, Mike? I can't believe I haven't made you a contributor yet. I will do that. I will do that next time. Oh, you might have just hopped offline, as a matter of fact. I do think you did. I wonder if maybe there was a tech issue. Well, we will go ahead and move forward. And if we do get Mike back, we'll head back to the Pass the Mic segment. But if not, let's go ahead and start the AMA. So, chat, you know how this works. Keep the questions respectful, as you usually do. Feel free to ask me anything, playback related, general sports question, general life we could even get into if you really want to. Again, you can hit me with a stage request for this AMA. I will be taking stage requesters and room subscribers first. And then after that, I will head into text chat to go ahead and answer questions in there. Lakers land. Your stage request has been accepted. Come on up, man. Lakers land. Your stage request has been accepted. While we're waiting for you to go ahead and hop on up, I'll start answering some of the questions in chat. Oh, there he is. Right on cue. Let's go ahead and show you on stage here. What is going on, Lakers land? Is your mic unmuted? No, Ari, the stage request worked. We've got him up here. I think it might just be a similar stage mic issue as what we've somewhat seen before. So, Lakers land, what I'm going to ask you to do is hit me with another, just give it a refresh and hit me with another stage request, and we'll go ahead and get you on. And in the meantime, I will go ahead and start answering some of these questions here in chat. Ja4PF says, how do you use the prompt and type the shortcuts? So shortcuts, as long as you've clicked onto your Playback web browser, like in your web browser, you've clicked onto Playback, you will be able to just hit the key that is associated with each shortcut. To see what a given feature's shortcut key is, you can just hover over the feature and it'll let you know what that shortcut key is. For the layouts shortcuts, the shortcut key is actually included in the top left. So as an example, if I wanted to go to stage and media, I would use Q as my layout shortcut. If I wanted to go back to stage only, W is my keyboard shortcut. If I want to go media only, E is my keyboard shortcut. So you have all of these easy shortcuts that let you toggle between these different product states. Great question, Ja4PF. And we will, again, have some support documentation at support.playback.tv that'll walk you through all of this layout stuff. All right, we're going to try this again with Lakers land. Your stage request has been accepted. I show you on mute. There we go. What's going on, Lakers land? Welcome
Hey,
back to
hey,
TWAP. What is your question?
hey, just real quick, brother. Shout out to everybody. Can you go over again how the segments work and how they're visible to creators and viewers? Because this is blowing me away. I didn't realize that we had segments
Yeah.
integrated into our stream.
Yeah, so the segments that you're so basically we took our segments tool, which you guys have been using to send, push notifications and things like that to your audience members. And the dev team and product team leveled it up to be a full rundown element. So as you see at the top here, I have the Ask Me Anything element. This lives in your studio tooling. That's going to be keyboard shortcut K for you keyboard shortcut warriors, which you should all be, as was the tip of the week. When you hit K to open up your studio, you want to go down to the stream section. That's where you're going to find your stage controls, your remote for like your media controls, screen share, live TV, as well as segments. And you'll see some other stuff that we have coming soon as well for the stream controls. If you click into segments, you will now see that you can actually add rundown segments. There's going to be a new rundown element, and you can make each segment an element of the rundown. You can add images to your rundown segments. As you can see, I've added images to each one of these segments with this AMA image next to the Ask Me Anything. So essentially, you can have your own rundown that's like Sports Center style, or whatever your favorite sort of sports production is. They always have that rundown, PTI, things like that. You can create your own version of that. So I actually set this rundown up when I scheduled this stream. So I didn't have to set up any of this while I was already live. I already had the rundown segment set up. I had the images already preloaded. And we do also have GIFs that you can use as your rundown elements. So you don't have to create an image or anything like that. If you just want to have something easily to pop in there, you can go ahead and search GIFs that might be relevant to your rundown segment. And GIFs, I don't know. I used to say GIFs and I got made fun of that, so I don't even know anymore. But however you want to pronounce it, you can go ahead and add them so that you don't have to go ahead and design your own assets for these rundown elements. But yes, rundowns are absolutely something that you can make a part of your stream. For your viewers that are on desktop in particular, the rundown element will either show up on the top as sort of like a horizontal element. So that's if they have a really narrow browser window. For those of you that are on your desktop, if you can go ahead and expand your browser window, keep expanding it. And eventually you will see that your rundown element actually moves to the side. So these elements are all dynamic. Our team did an incredible job. As people resize their windows, everything will dynamically change for them so that your streams look as professional as possible to them, regardless of sort of what their browser window size looks like. Lakers lane, yes. So you just manually go ahead and move to the next segment when changing topics. So you can actually, like, I have this rundown at the top of the screen, right? I can just click on the rundown and hit start next to move to the next rundown element. It is all good, Mike, and hope everything is going well on the family side. Let me go ahead and pop back to our segment. I will get back to some questions here, but I want to let Mike hop up on stage and get his Pass the Mic segment off. So let me go ahead and hit you with a stage invite, Mike. Stage invite should be out. And if not, you just go ahead and hit me with a stage request, Mike. Yeah, Mike, if you're not getting that stage invite, just hit me with a request. But I do show that I've sent you an invite. And apologies, chat. Like I mentioned, we'll have to. Okay, yeah, need 2 minutes. Absolutely fine. Beauty of layouts is I'll just switch right back to stage only really quickly and get back into answering questions from chat. Ari says, can also choose to only show the active one on stream or none. Maybe I can demo that. Absolutely. So let's see here. If I want to add a new segment, add, we will call this new segment. Why not? I'll add a GIF to this one. Do like a happy Thursday GIF. And we will go ahead and add this segment. Awesome. Now, right now, you guys see that I just added this new segment. It says new segment, but below Ask Me Anything. There is a toggle in your settings here at the bottom of your rundown, at the bottom of your segments tool that says show in stream is one of your options. Your other setting option is to only show the active segment. So right now I'm showing you guys both the previous segment, you can see past the mic above Ask Me Anything, and the subsequent segment, which is this new segment that I just added. If I only wanted to show the active segment, I'm gonna go ahead and toggle on only show active segment now. And now you can only see the current Ask Me Anything segment. I'll go ahead and untoggle that. And now you should be able to see the previous and subsequent segments. Did you see that, chat? Hopefully everyone saw that. I'll do it again one more time. I'll only show the active segment now. Now I'll go ahead and show the upcoming and previous segments. And I can also toggle off showing the segment on stream at all. So if you just want to use segments like you've been using them on Playback to start a new stream segment, to send a push notification, but not have it as an overlay element on your stream, toggle off show in stream. And now you can see I just have that spotlit chat message from Ari. The rundown is no longer a stream element. And if I want to add it back, toggle on show in stream, it's back again. If I, again, only want to show the active segment, I can toggle that on as well. So you have all of this functionality in your settings under the rundown and segments option. Do the segments show in preview mode? No, they do not. So a segment actually has to be started before it will show up. And you can't start a segment until you go live. So unfortunately, you won't be able to preview your segments, but it is a good call out. And I know Ari's in chat, so just wanted to call that out as well. But we do have our guy Mike back here in chat. Let me go ahead and switch back to my stage and media view of layouts here.
This is crazy.
Hit the Q button. What is going on, my man? How you doing?
Been a morning, guys. Been a morning. I want to talk to you guys in light of the Kawhi Leonard news this morning. For those of you who may not have seen it, I want to talk to you guys about monetization. I have a good friend, Anna Montevino, who has a baseball channel that's kind of exploded over the last month, and it's been funny because he's a new creator, and without deep diving too heavy into kind of what our process is in this project, he is not someone who really necessarily needs money. He's a former baseball player. But, he just hit monetization on YouTube this month. The channel exploded. They're nearly at 5K. They've gained like 4,500 subs in 2 weeks. And I think it's really important for you guys to constantly strive to look, when you're looking at other platforms, figure out all of your monetization goals. Because far too often, even here on Playback, you can get really comfortable. And I think when you're active on other platforms, whether that's YouTube, Twitch, wherever, be really mindful of the business side of what you're doing. While creating content is really fun, and our guy B Souls has talked about this a lot with his idea app. I think you guys really need to be focused on everything else, whether that's partnerships. And yes, partnerships are kind of available across the board if you know what you're doing. I've certainly had some conversations with other creators this week specifically about the best way to do that. But on top of that, there are many other ways to get monetized. But the most important thing is hitting your basic monetization goals, whether it's Kick, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitch. Find out what those goals are. Be mindful of them while creating your content. That's going to be the most important thing. So my main goal to you guys, I know I kind of cheekily mentioned the Kawhi thing because it's an under the table way of getting paid. But I do think it's a really, given where we are, I think it's a really important thing to think about. And for me, it's what drives us every day is how do you get paid? How do you be mindful of making sure that the long-term goals are long-term goals? That's kind of where we are. Chad, any big picture questions?
First of all, I want to say great message. And I dropped a message in chat while you were speaking, Mike. You all would be surprised how much value your content has in the marketplace. Don't sell yourself short. Start reaching out to people, particularly as we continue to give you guys tools to make your productions as high quality, highly produced as possible. This your content is going to sing to potential partners, advertisers, marketers, things like that. So don't sell yourself short. Don't sell your content short. I think this is great advice from Mike. Start
You know,
reaching out to
and
folks.
just to give you guys an example, so like the NBA bit, you know, we're sponsorships with companies like Sorare, for example, and also Underdog Fantasy. Those are long-term partnerships that we've had for, 3-4 years now. And that's just, process. It's reaching out partners, building out those relationships. So Rare for us has been fantastic because they work on the NBA side and MLB side. And like, they will fly us out to events. I get to go to Vegas this year for the NBA Cup. Now I had to pay for my own hotel room because I'm not the main host. But it's all relative. I still got to go sit VIP at the semifinals of the NBA Cup. So I think it's important to like build out those partnerships, build out those agreements, and then once you're there, have fun with it. Because once those partnerships are secured, then it's about how you're going to engage with that audience of building the trust to make the ask. And that's a whole different part of the process. But, you'll get there.
Got to get to step one first. As I like to say, it doesn't have to be great to start, but it's got to start to be great. So you
Yes.
absolutely got to start somewhere. And I think this is fantastic advice, Mike. Obviously, you guys know Mike, one of the hosts of NBA Bit. Mike, if you want to go ahead and drop your room link here in chat. Playback, we're a community platform, right? Make your live stream a party. If you have any questions for Mike, or you want to pick his brain on maybe like how to get partners, who to reach out to, things like that, collaborate. Hop in NBA Bit, get in the chat, get active, get social, and I'm sure Mike will be happy to share some of his best practices and his learnings from thus far.
Oh man, the Twitter link didn't work, but twitter.com/Mike Weisberg. Yeah, look, guys, like the only other thing I'll just say on the partnership bit is don't be afraid to ask. That's the other thing. You'd be surprised how often just like finding out who the marketing manager is for a company and sending a cold email with all of your relevant info. Do it the right way, but like sending a cold email can work. Same with a warm one. So if you can find a way to pitch your brand and someone opens it up, make sure you got the right stats so that you can see how many times it's been opened and whatnot. But like, there are ways that you can market yourself so that, hey, like maybe you get a long shot partnership and then things go from there. So just process, guys.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Mike, again, hope all's well on the home front.
Oh yeah, we're fine.
Good.
How you doing? I missed the show basically today. What did I miss?
You missed a lot, brother. I'm not going to lie. There's new mobile layouts for the viewers. There's new web layouts for the viewers. There's layout controls for us as creators. Yeah, you're going to have to check out the replay, man.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, actually. Chat will appreciate this. I hope Sam's okay with me mentioning this. I was at an event last week after we missed after we missed this week on Playback, and it was an event for my old high school. I'm on the alumni board. Blah blah blah. The important thing is, I see this woman who was a couple years younger than me in high school, and she was an administrator for the school, and we start catching up. And I happen to be wearing my Playback hat, which obviously I'm not wearing now, but whatever.
Shame on you. Gross hat you got on. But anyway, go ahead.
Do you work at Playback? I'm like, no, I'm a creator over there, though. She's like, oh, you know Sam? Or Sam Esfandiar. I was like, yeah? Why? And she's like, oh, that's my husband. And I was like, small world, guys. Small world. Okay.
I heard about that. Sam was like, you'll never guess who my wife ran into at the reunion today. I was like, I would have never guessed that. You're right.
No. I was just like, what? Sam immediately texted me and he was like, what do you do? And I'm like, I went there.
Small world, man. Small world. Well, again, hope everything's good on the home front as well. we'll see you again here next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Pass the Mic section.
Any word on the YouTube front, or are we still waiting?
We're still waiting on YouTube. As a matter of fact, that's a good shout out. The last thing we'll do before we end the Ask the Mic section, or Pass the Mic section, I should say, is if any of you somehow randomly happen to know anybody that works on the YouTube APIs team, let us know. Hit us
Be really great.
Be really great.
Really
You
great,
want to bring
guys.
YouTube chat into your playback chat, and that's the only thing that's stopping us from doing it. So if you know anyone at the YouTube API team, I know it's an absolute long shot, but please do connect us. Hey, Mike, really appreciate it.
Appreciate
We're going
y'all.
to maybe send you some more hats so you never have to resort to that one again, but
No, I mean,
I'll make sure I get on that here soon.
God forbid the Cavs fan has to see a Celtics hat. Not like you're going to see a whole lot of us this year, you know? Well,
Yeah, thank
we'll
God.
be sitting in 6th or 7th, or hopefully we tank, so I can get my guy AJ Dibanza, but that's a whole other conversation.
I hope you don't tank. I hope you listen. I'll see you in the play-in tournament. Hopefully, we get you as a 10 seed or something. Hey,
All right,
appreciate
later,
it, Mike. That was Mike Weisberg of NBA Bit for the Pass the Mic segment. And again, his advice was really, really good. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell your content short. Start reaching out. Your content has value. Find some partners, find some advertisers, find some marketers. They've got money to spend, and your content is worth it. Do not sell yourself short, flop gods. Don't do that. All right, let me get back into chat, see if there are any questions I can cover really quickly before I hop out. Greer, yes. Greer wants to talk clips really quickly. A couple things you guys will notice that have changed with clips. Greer, you want to take it away?
Yeah, this is, I mean, last year, if you were here for the NBA season last year, you know that we had some like unforgettable moments happen on Playback. Think about the Josh Giddey game winner, the Halliburton in the playoffs game winner, almost like any LeBron moment, right? Even think about Luka getting traded to the Lakers in February, right? Like those were all massive things. And you likely had a clip that captured that moment. But what happens is like basically now I think we've focused on like attributing all of that content back to Playback. And so I did just take a screenshot of what clips look like. So I'm going to share my screen and show you guys, and you'll be able to see this in your view selectors as well in your own rooms. But this is massive, and I want to quickly get some feedback about what you guys think this looks like. So let me share. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that?
It is black. Try
All
to
right.
add it one more time.
Yeah, this is happening. Remove. Let's add it back. And now?
I think you added it and then it unadded it. So let me actually, now you should be good to go.
All right, let's do it one more time, folks.
I think it's going to work this time.
I think so too. Oh, I'm heartbroken because it's not.
Is this a video?
No, it's just a picture, but hang on. Let me do it one more time. I'll just show something on the screen, Brandon.
Yeah, try to, I was going to say, try to drag it.
Yeah, I'm going to add it as a tab, but show something on the screen. Yeah, I got you.
Absolutely. In the meantime, Adam got picks, and I did see another question about Red Zone. Yes, you will get Red Zone again Sunday. And yes, the question I saw earlier is, is this sort of like a test case to try to get an official NFL partnership? Absolutely it is. So additionally, not only will you guys have support for Red Zone as partner-only streams, but if you know anyone that would be interested in creating content, creating their own playback room around an NFL Red Zone use case, if you've got people that have fantasy leagues or have been interested in getting into content or anything like that, let us know. Would be happy to set them up with access to Red Zone as well. So if you've had friends that you've been holding on the sidelines because you know they're NFL people or something like that, let us know. Hit us up. As a matter of fact, just send it to contact@playback.tv. You can even CC your buddy, your friend, whoever it is on that email. We'll have them create a playback room. We'll go ahead and give them access so that they too can stream NFL Red Zone with their friends, their communities with some VIP passes. Greer, are we ready to go ahead and add a screen share?
Do you see that? Still not coming up for me?
I have not gone to stage in media mode yet, so let me go ahead and hop on over there.
There we go.
There it is. Oh, you're sharing your phone. Yeah, that's the one I
No,
had
no, no,
issue
no,
with
no.
earlier
This is
too.
a screenshot from View Selector.
Oh, cool. Sweet. What are we looking at here, Greer?
So now we're looking at the content at the top, right? Rundowns in the middle, and then creators on the bottom, as well as some attribution, right? So everybody's going to know now that your clips were made live on Playback, what your room name is so that they can find you. And in this case, chat messages, I guess, were not flowing, but we'll show like up to 5 chat messages in every single clip as well. So if you have a thriving, bustling community and that's like energy you want to capture on the clips, I feel like had been missing in previous iterations of clipping. Now everyone's going to know like this happened live. We were watching this together and we were doing it on Playback.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And we do have some bumpers coming to clips soon as well. So you guys probably saw some of the new Playback branding, kind of that old school like television set type of vibe that our design team's going for. I love it. We've got some assets as far as clips go for some clip bumpers. Add a little, cool sound as well at the end so that folks can know where you're creating your content and go ahead and find you as well. Great shout out on the update to clips as well, Greer. So many updates to cover.
So many, and more coming. Like
and more coming.
We're going pro. We're making your live stream a party. There are lots of things to get to before the NBA season kicks off on October 21st.
Around the Room is on the way.
Telling you,
it's crazy.
like this is Playback is going to be your predominant place to hang out, to create, and just fan out.
Jaw 4PF, right now we're not making changes to VIP passes, but be on the lookout for that as we try and do more test cases and things like that. But we will again try to do all we can to get as much broadcast access for as many folks as possible, especially as we test new content categories. With that being said, though, again, this is the time to go ahead and get your friends, family, colleagues in on the ground floor over here at Playback. This is one of maybe the last opportunities. If you guys want to just go ahead again and get your folks on board and let them get some VIP passes to test the product, let them see if they want to add their voice to the sports landscape, go ahead and send them our way. Again, contact@playback.tv. Right now, we are going to go ahead and get everyone set up. Anyone and everyone that wants to go ahead and test this new version of Playback, we want to consumerize live streaming. We want anyone's voice to be able to be a part of the party. So, yeah, let's go ahead and make everyone's live stream a party and tell your family, friends, neighbors, colleagues, whoever it is, Playback's the place to be. Download it. We'll get them hooked up so that they can watch Red Zone, NBA, MLB, football internationally, soccer, I should say, with their communities. All right, we have actually run past the hour with all of these updates. We will go ahead and get into Around the Room likely next week. So make sure you're here again Thursday, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, playback.tv/playback. Yes, Ant, we do have partner-only streams for Red Zone. We will see you fire that up this Sunday, hopefully, and every Sunday for the rest of the season. I will actually add Red Zone for this Sunday as soon as I hop off this stream. I think that's probably why we keep getting questions about it. I don't think it's quite in the schedule for this Sunday yet. So I'll go ahead and get that added as soon as I hop off this stream. Appreciate all of you TWAP gods for joining me for another episode of This Week on Playback. Really excited for next week again, as hopefully we get to debut Around the Room for you and maybe even play the game at the top of the show. So make sure you're here bright and early, right when we go live next week, and you could be a participant of a nice around the room game to start next week's episode of This Week on Playback. I'm your guy, BTow. Thanks again, TWAP gods. I love y'all. Until next week.